welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would take you guys to work with me. I did a video like this last time I was in Iowa. I'll link it right here if you missed out on it. If you did see that video, you do know that I am currently on assignment here in Iowa. I'm at a 13-week assignment and I am at a smaller community hospital, so it's definitely a much different experience as a traveler versus the experience you're going to have at those larger hospitals where we're usually assigned to. So I thought it's pretty interesting to just kind of show you guys what to expect if you do get assigned to a smaller hospital. I am the only night shift RT there, so I am able to show you guys a lot of what I do when I'm there, if there is anything to do. But let's knock on wood because I don't want to jinx it. So right now tonight will be my 5th night out of 6 nights. I work 6 days, I'm off 8 days. So today I woke up at 2 o'clock, and normally after I wake up, I'll lounge for a bit and then I'll head to the gym downstairs. But today I felt a little run down. On top of it being my 5th night in a row, I also started a cleanse 2 days ago. Today is my 3rd day on the cleanse. I'm doing the Prolon fast. I'll leave a link to that video right here. That video will probably be posted before this. If you're interested on finding out what the Prolon cleanse is like during night shift and as a traveler. So yeah, I just felt a little run down this morning. Not as bad as I felt yesterday. I felt horrible yesterday. I was dead last night, but today I feel a lot better. I don't know. I just decided to stay in the room and catch up with some friends and family, and it is about 5 o'clock now and I'm just packing my bag for work, getting things ready. I usually leave for the hospital around 5:15. I don't have to be there until 5:30. So I'm gonna finish getting everything ready, get dressed, sip on my coffee, and yeah, I will catch you guys up with everything that's happened this week. There were actually some pretty good events that happened at work this week that I wish I did take you guys along on those nights, but I will catch you guys up on everything that's been happening at the hospital. And yeah, so I will see you guys at work. All right, 2 more nights left, 2 more nights left. Hello friends, I am now at work. It is about 6 o'clock. I'm like in the midst of like getting all my fasting stuff ready, but I'll put this to the side right now. So I got to the hospital at 5:30 and I got a report from the therapist that was here during the day. She did have a student, and I'll tell you right now, I have no scheduled treatments. I have nothing going on the floors. There are no patients in the ICU. I did hear that the ER is full, but nothing respiratory wise for us. So I don't know if this is really a great day to bring you guys along to work with me. But what I am gonna do today, since hopefully I'll have the time, and I will show you guys the equipment that they have here, the types of events that they have. I don't know, I'll just show you guys around and see what happens tonight. Hopefully nothing crazy pops off tonight. I'm really hoping that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna chill in the department till I get called for anything. But such is life when you are working on assignment in a smaller hospital. And you know what, I realized that this kind of assignment, although it does seem easy, it's not for everyone, because I've met people on assignment where they have to constantly be busy, and some people just don't do well with free time. So yeah, when you are choosing your assignment, make sure you take into consideration what kind of facility you're going to. So I guess we'll just wait around and see what happens. It is 6:09, and like I said before in my come to work with me video last week, the responsibilities of night shift is to check the oxygen tanks, to check the crash cart on the pulmonary floor, and I will do that tonight and I'll bring you guys along. All right, you guys, so it's 6:30 and I've just been in the department, and I just wanted to catch you guys up on how the hospital's been this week, since it is my 5th day here. I've been here for some time now. The first day I came back on Thursday was actually a pretty busy day. I had my first code here at the hospital. It was, I don't know why I'm smiling because it's not a good situation, but so when I got there, They began CPR, the EMTs were doing compressions and they were bagging. A CRNA had come up to intubate and he had already brought his gyroscope, and I had asked him if he needed me to, you know, get his tubes and all that, and he's like, nope, he already had it, he was ready, good to go. So I assisted him when he intubated the patient, and it was a pretty smooth intubation. I set him up on the vent, and then we took him to CT immediately. From when the patient came in and when he was transported was an hour. And so he was literally on the vent for like 30 minutes. So it was pretty quick. And I guess that situation changes with the ER doc, because luckily the ER doc knew already that this guy was going to get transported out. He already alerted the transport team to come and pick him up. So the amount of time it took for them to come to the hospital, we already had him intubated and ready to go. So it was a pretty exciting part of my night, and since then that's been the only excitement I've seen since I've been here. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that. I really hope that this is going to be a good come to work with me day, because I don't really know what else I'm gonna do. Alright guys, it's about 8 o'clock and I am just jumping on the system, and I'm just gonna make sure that there are no orders that need to be cleaned up. There's no new orders. I'm gonna check what's going on in the ER, and then after this I'm going to take you guys along with me to go check the oxygen tanks and also check the crash cart on the pulmonary floor. And yeah, I'll probably show you guys the equipment that they have in their storage room, and then when we come back I will show you the equipment that they have here. So I'll be jumping back and forth from my phone and my camera if the quality changes. So far since I've been here, I've kind of just been catching up with my sister on the phone and taking care of some stuff on my laptop. Very important when you're traveling to stay in contact with your family and friends. So yeah, let's go. Also have one order for a non-invasive ventilation order for a patient on the 3rd floor. Probably for CPAP. He's on room air, he's satting fine, it looks like he's clear. So that's something else we'll go and do. So at this particular hospital, the RTs do a lot of outpatient care here because it is a smaller hospital. I feel like the day shift RTs have a lot more responsibilities with outpatients. So this is the room that they do the stress tests, and the RTs do it. My only job at night is to check the crash cart and just make sure there's a little list in here, make sure everything is not expired, make sure that this passes all the tests, and just sign the book. And I usually like to come here before it gets dark, because at night these hallways get really scary. Respiratory, it's Rachel. So before I even got up to go see that patient, the nurse called, and it is for a CPAP order. He has the CPAP at home, but he didn't bring it. So all I have to do is go down there and set up the CPAP machine for him and bring it up there. And she already asked him if he bled in oxygen, and he doesn't. After we finish this, I'll go down and get one of our CPAPs and then bring it up there and set it up for him. All right, we are all done in this room, so I'm gonna head back downstairs to the department, to their storage closet, get the CPAP, and then bring it to 3rd floor. All right, so I'm in the supply closet right now, and I guess I'll go ahead and show you guys the equipment that they have in here. So they have 2 CPAP machines here. The ResMed CPAP machine. They only have 2 of these, so these are the ones that we will give to patients if they forget their CPAP machine at home. And then they have one BiPAP in their storage closet, which is the regular V60. And then they have one of the transport vents here, the LTV. So this is the LTV transport vent that they have, one here in the storage closet. and the vent's here, and then it has the screen here. It was pretty interesting when I got here because I had this vent at my hospital in Dallas, but we didn't have this screen. We just had the vent. So whenever we used it to transport the patients, you just have to read what they were giving back here on the screen. But then luckily on this thing, when we intubated that guy in the ER, I had used the LTV. Actually, they have a newer one in the ER, and it had the screen too. And it was cool just because you were able to see the waveforms and stuff like that. So it's just, it was a lot better than the one I had in Dallas. Okay, so this is the area in the ER where we keep all of our stuff. So they keep this is the LTV that they keep down here. See how it's like a just kind of a newer version. It's much smaller, still has the same screen. And then they have one V60 here. And then this is the vent that they use here. They have 3 of these, I believe. It's a Draeger vent. So I set that guy up on his CPAP machine, and on every floor they have a jug of these like sterile waters for the CPAP machines, and the one on my floor was empty, so I had to go down to the second floor and get another one. So they refill these in the lab. So I'm gonna go and refill this and then bring it back up to the floor. Oh, my hair is looking crazy. So I checked all of the floors O2 tanks, and they're all pretty full, but I figured I'll just show you where they keep all of the oxygen tanks in the hospital. Get my steps in. So it's at the basement. So typically when I check the tanks, I like to check it earlier in the day too because it's creepy at night. So here are all of the tanks if you ever need to get tanks. So I would just put the empty tanks here and then grab a full one and take it to wherever it needs to go. The other night I had a call from the NICU that they needed their tanks replaced on the warmer, so I just had to grab some of these to take to them and switch them out. So yep. So it is 9 o'clock, and I'm just gonna chart my RT time for setting up the CPAP, and yeah, I mean, all the tasks that need to be done for night shift are already done. And as far as like checking the O2 tanks, I always like to thoroughly check them right before I leave on my 8 days off, so that when the therapist comes in, because there's only 2 therapists that switch out back and forth on night shift, we each do the same schedule. So I just want to make sure everything's ready and set for her when she starts her 6-day stretch. So I did a thorough check tonight, and then I'll also do one tomorrow night before I leave. I kind of leave the TV on in this room because I'm the only person here at night, like literally in this area of the hospital, and I get scared when it's super quiet. So I just like to leave the noise on just so I can have it on, but I'm mostly in a different room, just like having the background noise there. But let me show you the machines we have here. So in this room, they have a ton of airvos here, which I think they have like such a good amount of airvos for the size of their hospital, because I've been to bigger hospitals. I mean, shoot, even my hospital in Dallas, we didn't have as many airvos as they did. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 1 in the ICU and then 2 in the ER, so it's like 11. But they did say these definitely came in handy during COVID, so they have that. And then, like I said, the LTV, they have another one in here. 11 o'clock, I just got back from the ER. They just called me to do an EKG, so that was pretty quick. I think I'm about to eat some dinner. I'm getting a little hungry. But so far, yeah, that's the only call I've had in the ER. It seems like they've been pretty steady busy, and by steady busy, I mean like they've consistently had like 4 or 5 patients in the ER. But they've only called me for the EKG, so I think I'm gonna warm up some soup and have my lunch. must be the night of CPAPs. So I got a call from Behavioral Health Center, which I've only gone to once when my someone was touring me the hospital. So kind of interesting to head over there. I just have to go set up a CPAP for one of the patients that just got admitted from the ER. So I'm gonna bring over another CPAP machine. So I just finished setting up that patient on CPAP that was in behavioral health. So when I first went up there, the patient wasn't able to get transferred from the ER because the patients there have to be one-to-one with the nurses, and I guess they didn't have enough nurses. So I just dropped off the CPAP there, and I told her just call me whenever he gets up there. So I went in there, got him set up on his CPAP, and then so you know, we always keep extra masks and stuff on the CPAP machine, and they're not really supposed to have anything in the room there, so I took all the stuff out before I left him in the CPAP, before I left him in the room. So yeah, it is 12:40, almost 1 in the morning, thank God. About a little less than 5 hours left in the shift. So I'm just gonna chart that CPAP really quick. And I just wanted to say, for those RT students out there, this isn't your typical experience as a night shift therapist at a hospital. This is a very different experience because it is a smaller hospital. And yeah, normally you got a lot more going on. So like I said before, I just kind of wanted to show you guys how different it is when you're at a facility like this. So it's a slower pace. The workload is much smaller, and you know, it's good for some people, and some people, they just definitely need that like on the go, always having something to do. But for right now, for me, this is good. I can be honest and say that I have a little over a month left here, and I could see myself being really ready to head to a new place. Maybe see a little bit more excitement. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, I'm very happy where I'm at right now. It is 2:50. I just left the ER, did another EKG. I am gonna grab some hot water so I can have some tea. And yep, the night is going pretty good. 3:16, I just got a phone call from one of the nurses on the floor. They're getting a direct admit, and excuse me, they are setting up capnography, and she can't find any of the end-tidal CO2 cannulas. So I told her, like, don't worry about it, I'll just bring you one. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, you guys, we made it. It is 5:07, and overall, pretty uneventful night, right? So my relief will come at 5:30. I'm just printing the sheets for him. I mean, nothing's changed, but gonna print the sheets for him and just get ready to leave.